Have you ever waited a long, long time for help and then the person was just rude to you? Today, we are talking about bad customer service. Real stories, real feelings. Let's go. Hello and welcome to English with Cheri. I'm your host, Cheri, and today we have a really fun topic. Well, fun and a little bit frustrating.
Hey everyone, I'm Nick, the co-host, and I am so ready for this episode. I have so many stories about bad customer service, you don't even know.
And before we start, a quick note for our English learners. Today's episode is A1 and A2 level. We'll explain any new words inside the conversation. So just listen, relax, and enjoy. Okay, Nick, let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay, so Cheri, first things first, customer service. What does that mean, just for anyone who is new to this word?
Good question. Customer service is the help you get from a company or a store when you have a problem. A worker, a staff member, they help you fix it. Simple idea.
Right. And good customer service is when they are nice, they help you quickly, and they fix your problem. That's all we want, you know?
That's all we want. It sounds so simple.
So simple, but sometimes it is really, really bad. Today we want to share some real stories and also teach you useful English words and phrases you can use when you have a problem with a company or a store.
Yes, so let's start. Nick, you go first. Tell me, what is your worst customer service experience?
Okay, so this happened about 2 years ago. I had a problem with my phone bill. They took too much money. They charged me more than they should. So I called the phone company, and I waited, and waited, and waited. I was on hold for, okay, are you ready? 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
45 minutes. And for our listeners, to be on hold means you are waiting on the phone. You called the company, but no one is talking to you yet. You just hear music or a voice saying, "Your call is very important to us." You just wait for so long. And then finally, someone answered and she said, "I can't help you with that. You need to call a different number."
Oh, no. Are you serious?
I am completely serious. After 45 minutes on hold, I was so tired. I said, "Okay, give me the number." And then I called the new number and I was on hold again.
That is so frustrating. Okay, what happened in the end? Did they fix the problem?
They did, eventually. I got a refund. A refund means the company gives your money back. But it took 2 more phone calls and about 2 weeks.
2 weeks for a refund. Wow. And you know, the word refund is really important. If a company makes a mistake with your money, you can ask for a refund. You say, "I would like a refund, please."
Yes, and sometimes they say yes right away. Sometimes they make it very difficult. It depends on who you get.
Totally. Okay, my turn. So this was at a supermarket. I bought some milk, got home, opened it, and it was bad. The smell was not good. So I went back to the store with my receipt.
Okay, yeah, the receipt.
So a receipt is the small piece of paper you get when you buy something. It shows what you bought and how much you paid. Always keep your receipt. So I went back to the store with my receipt and found a staff member.
And was she helpful?
She was not helpful at all. She was on her phone. I said, "Excuse me, I have a problem with this milk." And she just said, "You need to go to customer service." She pointed somewhere and walked away.
She just walked away?
She just walked away. So I found the customer service desk. That's a special place in the store where you can solve problems, make a complaint, or ask for help. And I waited in line. At least the person there was actually nice. He looked at my receipt and the milk, said, "I'm so sorry about this," and gave me a new bottle of milk and some money back.
Oh, so you got a refund too?
A small one, yes. So it worked out in the end, but the beginning was so stressful. You go in with a simple problem and the first person just ignores you. It's like you're invisible.
That's the worst, being ignored when you have a real problem. And I think our listeners know this feeling too. It happens everywhere.
Okay, let's talk about the phrase to make a complaint. A complaint is when you tell someone that something is wrong. You're not happy and you say why. You can say, I would like to make a complaint. It sounds a little formal, but it is very useful.
Yes, and don't be afraid to use it. You have the right to complain if something is wrong. That's normal.
Totally. Okay, Nick, you have another story, right? Something about a manager?
Oh yes. So this was a different time. I was at an electronics store. I bought a small fan for my room. I got home, turned it on, and it made a very loud, strange noise. So I went back to the store the next day with my receipt. I kept my receipt. So I went to the staff member at the counter. The counter is the desk at the front of the store. And I said, I bought this fan yesterday and it doesn't work. Can I exchange it? Exchange means to give back the broken thing and get a new one. And the staff member said, no. Just like that. He said, you need to contact the manufacturer, the company that made the product. And I was thinking, I bought this from your store. Why do I need to call someone else?
That's so frustrating. What did you do?
So I asked to speak to a manager, and this is a very important phrase for our listeners. If a staff member cannot help you or is being unfair, you can say, may I speak to the manager, please? The manager is the person in charge, the boss of the store. The manager came and she was so much better. She was calm, she was professional, she listened to my whole story. And then she said, of course we can exchange that for you, no problem. And done. I had a new fan in 5 minutes.
See? So sometimes you just need to go up one level. The first person says no, so you ask for the manager, and that is completely okay to do. You are not being rude. You just need more help.
Right. And stay calm when you do it. Don't shout, don't be angry, just say it nicely. May I speak to the manager, please? Calm voice. It really works better that way.
Yes, calm is always better. Okay, so I have one more story, and then we can talk about some phrases our listeners can use. This one is about a restaurant.
Oh, restaurant stories are always good. Or bad. You know what I mean.
So I went to a restaurant with a friend. We ordered our food. We waited, maybe 30 minutes. The food came, and it was cold. Really cold. Like my pasta was cold. And not in a good way. Sometimes cold food is nice, but this was supposed to be hot. So I called the waiter. The waiter is the person who brings your food and takes your order at a restaurant. And I said, excuse me, I think there is a problem with my pasta. It's cold. And the waiter said, I'll be right back. And then he never came back. He just disappeared. He just disappeared. So after 10 more minutes, I spoke to a different waiter. I said, I ordered the pasta 30 minutes ago and it's cold. Can I get a new one or can I speak to the manager? And she was very helpful. She said, I'm so sorry. Let me take care of that right now.
So the second person was the helpful one.
Yes, she was great. She took the pasta, came back quickly with a hot one, and also said our dessert was free. So we got a free dessert.
Okay, that's a good ending. Free dessert is always a good ending.
It really is. But the point is, don't be afraid to speak up. Speak up means to say something, to use your voice. If there's a problem, tell someone, politely, calmly. That is okay.
And I think a lot of English learners feel scared to do this. Maybe the words are hard or they don't know what to say. So let's talk about online shopping because that is also a place where bad customer service happens a lot.
Oh yes, online shopping problems are very common. So, for example, you order something, you wait, and the website says delivered, but there is nothing at your door.
Yes, this happened to me. The website said my package was delivered, but there was no package. I looked outside, I checked with my neighbors, nothing. So I contacted the company online. A lot of companies have a chat service. That's where you type your problem and someone types back. And I explained, your website says delivered, but I don't have my package. The first chat person said, please wait 3 to 5 business days. Business days are normal working days, not the weekend or holidays. And I was thinking, but you already said it was delivered. So I waited. Nothing came. I contacted them again. This time the person was much better. She apologized and sent me a new package. It came the next day, but I had to ask twice.
And that's something I want to say to our listeners. Sometimes you have to contact the company more than once. Be patient, but also persistent. Persistent means you keep trying. You don't give up until your problem is fixed.
Right, don't give up. You paid for something, you deserve to get it. That's just fair.
I also want to mention some people feel embarrassed to complain. They think, oh, maybe it's not a big problem, or I don't want to cause trouble. But if you pay for something and it's wrong, it is completely normal and correct to say something.
Yeah, totally. You're not being difficult. You're not being rude. You are a customer with a real problem. That's why customer service exists.
That's such a good point. Okay, so now let's go over some simple phrases our listeners can use. We will say each phrase and then explain when to use it. Ready, Nick?
Ready?
Okay, first one, excuse me, I have a problem with this. Very simple, very polite. You can use it anywhere, in a store, a restaurant, anywhere. It's a great way to start the conversation.
Next one, I would like a refund, please. Short, clear, polite. Use this if something doesn't work, or if you got the wrong thing, or if the company made a mistake with your money.
This is not what I ordered. Very simple and direct. Great for restaurants or cafes. If the waiter brings you the wrong food, you say, excuse me, this is not what I ordered.
Can I speak to the manager, please? Use this when the staff member cannot help you or when you need more help. It's polite and it works.
I would like to make a complaint. A little more formal, but very useful. You can use this in stores, on the phone, or even in a written email to the company.
Can I have a receipt, please? Always good to ask for this when you buy something and always keep it. You never know when you need it.
And finally, I'm not happy with this. That is a simple, clear way to say that something is wrong. You're not shouting, you're not angry, you're just telling them the situation, calmly, clearly.
These phrases are so good. Write them down, save this episode, and practice saying them out loud at home. Seriously, say them out loud.
Yes, say them out loud. Pretend you are in a store or a restaurant and practice. Your brain remembers words better when you actually say them.
And the thing is, customer service conversations can be stressful even in your first language. So it's normal to feel a little nervous in English. But the more you practice, the easier it gets.
And I just want to say to all our listeners, your English is good enough. You don't need perfect English to ask for help. A few clear words and a calm voice, that is enough. People will understand you.
Perfectly said. Okay, one last question before we wrap up. Cheri, what is your number one tip for dealing with bad customer service?
My number one tip is to stay calm and be polite. I know it's hard when you're frustrated, but if you are calm and polite, people want to help you more. You get better results when you are kind, even when you're angry inside.
That's a great one. Mine is always keep your receipt. Seriously, always. It's your proof. It shows you bought the thing. Keep it.
Keep your receipt, everyone. Okay, that's a perfect place to end today's episode. That's all for today's episode of English with Cheri. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned some new words today. Refund, receipt, on hold, complaint, exchange, and speak to the manager. These are all real, useful words for everyday English.
And if you have a bad customer service story, share it with us in the comments. We love hearing from our listeners.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who is learning English. It really helps us grow. Take care, everyone. Keep practicing your English every day, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.